Avalanche Avax experienced a 400% growth in the last few weeks, and I believe the Avalanche ecosystem will experience the same explosive growth that the Binance ecosystem experienced at the beginning of the year. That's why I will share with you in this video how you can bridge some assets from Ethereum onto Avalanche, how you can do your first swap using Pangolin, as well as two dApps that are running on Avalanche that could potentially do a 100x. My name is Kierin and you're watching the Decentralized Lifestyle, where I teach you how to invest like smart money so that you can retire early. Now, first things first, you will have to have a metamask account and some ETH on this account. The second thing that you want to do is you want to go onto chainlist.org, and here you can search for Avalanche, and you're going to add the Avalanche mainnet onto your metamask wallet. Perfect. When you've got that done, you can go to bridge.avax.network. And the cool thing is, if you send more than $75 worth of any token to the Avalanche network, you will receive some Avax tokens, and that's great in order to do some transactions later on. So now I'm actually going to connect my account that's already connected. I need to make sure that I'm on the Ethereum mainnet because I'm going to have to sign transaction on Ethereum first, and I would like to send some ETH tokens. So from Ethereum, I'm going to send some ETH. So I'm going to look for ETH here. I've got 0.46 ETH on my Ethereum metamask wallet, and I'm going to send, let's say, 0.4. I'm always going to have to keep a bit of ETH on the Ethereum side so that I can pay for transaction fees. And I'm going to send this to wrapped ETH, but it's going to be on the Avalanche ecosystem. So I just click on transfer. I'm going to have to sign this. The transaction fee is relatively cheap. It's $3.92. I click on confirm, and this will take a little bit. Apparently the Avalanche chain should be really fast. So let's test this out in real time. Now, the first dApp that I'd like to share with you is called benqi. And from my understanding, this is very similar to Aave. It's a liquidity market protocol, meaning that you can actually lock up funds, earn a certain interest rate on those funds, and then borrow against those funds being the collateral. And this is perfect because this allows you to do a lot more. So you, for example, if you've got some ETH, some AVAX tokens that you want to keep in your wallet, but you want to have some USDC or USDT to pay maybe some bills or something like that, and you don't really want to sell these initial tokens, what you can do is you can lock up these tokens as collateral, and then you can borrow some USDC against those collateralized tokens. So very similar to Aave. And as you may know, Aave had a tremendous growth in 2020. So what I like to do when looking at new ecosystems is compare dApps that worked really well in another ecosystem and look for similar dApps on the new ecosystem. So Aave is an example of a dApp that worked really well, had phenomenal growth on the Ethereum ecosystem, and I feel like an app that is very similar to Aave on the Avalanche ecosystem will also perform really well. And in my opinion, benqi is this application. Now let's have a quick look at the market cap of benqi. Let's go on to coingecko.com and look for benqi here. Perfect. So at the moment it's trading at 16 cents. When I was looking at it yesterday, it was a bit lower, and I was actually wanting to wait until I made this video until I would be buying some, but it looks like it pumped a little bit. So the current market cap is at $51 million. So it's not a micro cap, but it's still below the $100 million market cap range. That's pretty good. The only thing that I'm not too happy about is that the total, the fully diluted market cap is pretty high. It's already at $1.1 billion. So you have to keep that in mind. Not all the tokens are already in the circulating supply. The second application I'd like to share with you is yieldyak. And this, in my opinion, is very similar to yearn Finance. It also did a really, really nice that also experienced a very nice growth on the Ethereum ecosystem. Now, the cool thing about Yak is that it's auto-compounding yield farming aggregator, meaning that you can just find different pools and earn a really nice interest rate on different liquidity pools. And the awesome thing is that when you actually put some tokens in those liquidity pools, these tokens are auto-compounded, which increases the interest rate. So if I click on farms, you're going to get two types of interest rates. You're going to get the normal, the simple APY, and then you're going to get the compounding APY. So for example, here, Avax, PNG. PNG's Pangolin is the governance token for the Pangolin decentralized exchange. The simple APY is 104% and the auto compounded APY is 183%. Now, the thing is, at the moment, not that many people are talking about the Avalanche ecosystem, so that's why I believe many of these dApps could actually explode in TVL as well as the value of the tokens. And when both of the tokens actually increase in value, your impermanent loss won't be that bad. It's only when one of the tokens actually increases massively compared to the other one. All right, so let's now do some trades on Pangolin. I believe my ETH has transferred over. All right, perfect. My assets have bridged to the Avalanche ecosystem. The only thing that I think is a bit silly is that metamask doesn't always automatically see these new assets. So if I switch to the Avalanche mainnet C chain, I will see I got a little bit of Avax token 0.1, but I cannot see my wrapped ETH. In order to see the bridged assets, what I can do is here on the Avalanche side of things, so make sure that your metamask is pointing to the Avalanche mainnet C chain. Then here you can actually select the asset that you just transferred. Like for me, it's wrapped ETH. And then here you can see how much you actually have on the Avalanche chain, so 0.4. Perfect. So now, with that out of the way, let's do our first transactions on Pangolin. So what I want to do first is figure out what kind of trading pair I need in order to buy the benqi token. So go into launch app and let's see if they've got some information here. I can add benqi to my MetaMask by clicking on this little icon here, add token. Perfect. Now one way in order to find the token really easily is to go to CoinGecko. And then here, scroll down below. So you look for the token. So the token I want to buy is benqi. Go down below. And then here you can actually click on markets. And then you find all the markets where it's available. Now, Pangolin is the decentralized exchange on the Avalanche ecosystem. And you can see it uses these following trading pairs. You've got Chi, wrapped Avax. You've got PNG Chi, and something else. I'm not really sure what that is. So basically I need some wrapped Avax tokens. So what can I just do is click on this and it will bring me to the correct assets. And this is the easiest way to find the assets you want to buy on any decentralized exchange. Click on continue. So here you need Avax. So the first thing what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change this Chi to the asset I have. And the asset I have is wrapped ETH. So I'm going to look for my ETH. All right, so it took me a little bit of time to figure out how I can actually swap my wrapped ETH for Avax tokens. It's not enough to just search for ETH because this is a different ETH on the Avalanche chain. Not really sure what this is. Anyway, the way that you have to do it is you just click on charts and then you will actually search here for wrapped ETH, and you're going to have to take the wrapped ETH.e of Avax pair because this is the one that you want. And then you click here on trade. And then click here on I understand, continue. Perfect. So now you can see the balance is shown 0.4. I just click on max and I will actually swap 0.4 ETH for 27 wrapped Avax tokens. I'll approve the wrapped ETH. It'll cost me 57 cents. I just click on swap, and then I should receive these wrapped Avax tokens. This will cost me 0.03 Avax. Done. Now, what I want to do is buy some chi tokens with that. So I will actually go back, like I said, on CoinGecko you will find it. You go under markets and then you just click here, chi Avax, and then you can just click on this and it'll bring you to the trading pair on the Pangolin decentralized exchange. I'm going to buy 12 wrapped Avax worth of chi. I'm going to have to approve this wrapped Avax. And then just click on swap, confirm swap, confirm. And then I'm going to buy some yieldyak tokens. So I just go on to the Pangolin charts. I'll click on tokens. I'll look for yieldyak. And I'll select the yieldyak Avax pair. I'll click on trade. Now I'm going to buy some yieldyak tokens, swap that, and now sell all of my Avax and buy some yieldyak. So I'll click on swap, confirm swap. Perfect, that was done. So I've bought some yieldyak tokens and I bought some benqi tokens. Yeah, that was it for this video. Let me know if you've already tried out the Avalanche ecosystem. I'll definitely be making more videos like this. Make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.